YouTube. Was there? I'm Shabazz back with another bang. In this video, Eddie Hearn says that Naoya Inoue should be removed from pound for pound list. Let's get it. Eddie Hearn's own words. Why should Inoue get to duck his mandatory challenger 3 times? His resume is pretty Inoue is a very disappointing champion. Time to be taken out of the pound for pound list. Okay, Eddie. I respect the aggression, but you jumping a little bit. You got too much dip on your chip. Right, Eddie? And part of the reason this dude's so big is because the promoters did a terrible job. Well, no. The promoters did a great job at Top Rank promoting this. I said terrible. They did a great job at Top Rank promoting Inoue. They did an extremely well job. You know, he just got to deal with Turkey for a couple fights. But they did a terrible job matchmaking him. And by matchmaking, I mean matchmaking him against big names. We know the dude good. We know he can punch. We know he can strike. But we don't know what he looks like against other world-class competition. We've only seen, I can only recall 3 of Naoya Inoue's wins, bro. Nonito Donaire, Louis Neri, and Steph Fulton. That's the only 3 opponents I can remember him fighting. And every time, you know, I bring up him fighting a champion, that'll be a super fight, people get upset. I just learned that, man, at the same age Inoue is right now, Pacquiao was already an 8 division champion, right? I heard Inoue walks around at around 140. Inoue walks around at 140. So why can't he fight in the 130s, 135? I honestly think Inoue is going to end his career at 135 or 140, and he's going to have to fight Tank. He's going to have to fight Tank, bro. It's the only way for him to get real boxing fans respect, right? But before he does all that, we got to talk about Eddie being upset that Inoue not fighting his mandatories, and I understand that. But Eddie has to understand the dude has 4 different mandatories. He's the undisputed champion after all. With a lot of power comes a lot of responsibility, right? But the thing with being undisputed, I think you should only have 1 mandatory. I think all of the #1 contenders should have to fight to be able to challenge for your undisputed crown. Either that, or they can only challenge for 1 belt at a time. Because what's the point of being the challenger, the #1 contender in 1 sanctioning body, but being able to challenge for all the belts? That don't seem real logical to me. So I think that all the challengers should have a competition to decide who's the #1 contender for undisputed, right? And if he has an undisputed mandatory and he's ducking him, then I can't defend it. The only way I can defend it is if he has 1 guy from 1 sanctioning body that's his mandatory. Because it's like, how can you be mandatory from 1 sanctioning body but be able to fight for the undisputed belts? You know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, Eddie Hearn pissed off at this dude, bro. You know, he not real happy about it that Inoue gets to duck his mandatories. I was saying that as well. Inoue knocked out a tomato stalker. You know, he knocked out a cabbage picker, and you know, people treat him like he the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like I can't name Inoue top 5 opponents. I can only name 3. And what launched Inoue into superstardom is honestly when he beat Steph Fulton. You gotta beat a black fighter to become a superstar in boxing. You have to do it. Terrence Crawford didn't become a superstar till he beat a black fighter. Muhammad Ali didn't become a superstar till he beat a black fighter. Mike Tyson didn't become a superstar till he beat a lot of black fighters, right? Floyd Mayweather, I think he's the exception. He became a superstar when he beat a Mexican, right? When he beat Oscar. But for the most part, especially a lot of these hype fighters, they got to be the black fighter to become a real. Ryan Garcia had to beat Devin Haney, right? So it's just interesting in boxing. It's real interesting. But like I said previously, Inoue gonna have to fight Tank, bro. It's the only way he can get the boxing fans respect. If he don't fight Tank, then we're gonna keep criticizing his resume, and guys like Eddie gonna keep petitioning to get him taken from pound. If he beats Tank, ain't shit we can. If he beat Tank, I can't ever disrespect this man in his life. But until he challenges himself and beats somebody on that caliber, I'm gonna keep questioning him and poking holes in his resume. Who has he fought? People say he too small. He too small. He walk around at 140, so we know he can fight at 140 because he walk around at it, right? And usually people end their career off at their walk around weight. That's why Terence Crawford moving up to 68, right? Because he walk around that weight, right? Canelo probably walking around 170, 180, right? So that's pretty much what's going on. Eddie want to take this dude off pound for pound. I think that's too aggressive, but I do think he should petition for him to fight all his mandatories. If not, vacate the belts or move up. But let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time.